Hello everyone, welcome to this week's live stream. We have a special guest today. We had to kidnap her from BBR, but she will be allowed to go back at some point, just don't know when.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's it. And then we've got Ryan.
Hi.
I'm going to turn this off because it's a bit bright. I look orange. Does that look all right?
You've had a spray tan. Yeah, that looks all right.
You're like an umpa.
Mate, laddie used to work with you to call me that. You're not even funny. You did.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
You're such an idiot. Oh, sorry.
Keep it freezing under.
Yeah, so I know I'm using the laptop tonight, so if you keep seeing me looking down, it's because I'm tapping on the keyboard. Well, normally I'm using my phone, I don't need to look at that. So, hello everyone.
Hello.
So we've got Deb, we've got Ryan, we've got myself. There's nothing.
Hi, Joe. Hi, Kaz.
We haven't got anything in particular to talk about tonight, so we're going to do questions like we did last week. If not, we have got a couple of stories that we can put out there. Deb's got one. Yeah. I've got quite a few. Ryan, have you got any?
Not yet. Not nothing like not anything recent, fresh.
Are you going to tell them about how wretched you was last night?
No. That was a glitch.
It was
it was a glitch, mate. You send me a copy of that. I really would like to see that.
Yeah.
A glitch in the Matrix.
So what it was?
God,
yeah, it was.
No, it weren't. It was just lagging in the internet. That's what it was. It sounded like.
We recorded this. Yeah, we recorded the second part of Danny's interview for the podcast. We recorded it last night, and it was fine up to about 40 minutes into it. Then Ryan looked like he'd been out on the bay for about a month solid. It was just dead slow and glitching.
Yeah,
that will be on YouTube. That'll be on YouTube in 2 weeks, so you'll all see it. But it sounds on the audio version, it sounds fine. On the video, it looks like he dragged himself in off the street.
From under an edge.
Yeah, cheers. Cheers.
Living on it.
Sound.
You know we love you really, Ryan.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. It's all fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you want to start off with what I put on the group before, about remote viewing?
Yeah.
Should we talk about that?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah. Ryan?
Remote viewing?
Yeah.
What remote
viewing? You know
viewing?
your Regella. So it's where you can see something hundreds, thousands, 20 miles away.
Right.
And you can see what's going on without actually being there.
Right, okay.
Military intelligence use it quite a lot. You were saying before, weren't you, Deb, about your Regella?
Yeah.
That's new. This is new to me.
No, you've not heard about this before.
No. They used to use it for police looking for missing people and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I know enemy intelligence use it to find out where the enemy in that are hiding and all that kind of stuff. You can't actually learn to do it. There's a diploma you can do. Was it you, Deb, that sent the link?
No, it was oh God. I've forgotten his name, sorry.
It's right. I thought it was you.
No, we were talking about it though on Facebook.
Well, there was a link on there that someone put on, and you can do a remote viewing diploma course.
Yeah.
For £29, or you can do a 0% payment plan, £9.99, and 6 monthly payments of £19.50.
Right.
And it even tells you module CIA involvement actually does. So there's 2 modules in total.
Right.
And yeah, you just go through them all and learn different things. But anyone can learn how to do it. Some people, depending how sensitive you are, excuse me, are better or quicker than others. But
Yeah.
everyone's capable of doing it.
Yeah. You've just got to tune in, and you've got it's like meditation.
Yeah.
You need to have
Yeah,
patience.
it's like
and
if you
time
can be hypnotized.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know I've been hypnotized. It was in a pub in Cyprus, but but the thing is, you have to be able to be hypnotized.
Yeah.
I think
You've
it's
got to be
3 out of 11
susceptible.
If you fight, yeah, that's it. If you fight it, you can't do it. But
Right.
you've got to allow it to happen. But even then, it's still not 100% that you're going to be able to do it. But yeah, obviously, it's got to be that type of mindset.
I don't know if you need, like when they do it for spying purposes, I don't know if you need like a bit of information or I don't know, like somebody says it's a big building like a hangar you need to be focusing on. I don't know whether you do that, or there's got to be some way to link.
And that's the start. I know they start off small.
Yeah.
It starts off small and then they build you up to like bigger and more complicated things.
Yeah, like more in depth.
Yeah. So like, so say they're looking for, I don't know, someone who's been kidnapped by foreign military.
Yeah.
So, like Afghanistan, for example. So say some soldiers that have been kidnapped, they use it to find out where they are and where they're being kept.
Yeah, like held hostage.
Yeah, but I know they start off small. Like it'll just be they'll be in a building, and then they'll just have to go to a different. So they'll be sat in one room, and they'll say focus on say 2 stories up.
Yeah.
The room on the left, and they've got to say what's in there, and they can go, and it's like they're walking around. They can see everything that's there, and they describe everything that's going on.
Yeah. It was Michael that shared the link.
Ah, right. Yeah. I did have a look, and I forgot to look at the name. Yeah, so that's pretty much. I don't know that much about it, but I know that's how it starts off. And there's a few. I know Yuri Geller's one. There was somebody else, another famous person, but I can't think who it was off the top of my head.
No, I've only heard of Yuri Geller, but I know he, like you said, didn't you say it was Russian?
Yeah, I know he's Russian, isn't he, Yuri Geller?
Yeah.
I know he used to work alongside the Russian military or the Russian police, and it's the same sort of thing with missing people, or because that was around the time of the KGB and all that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it was all.
But he's very psychic, so he's sort of halfway there, isn't he? I suppose.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's activating certain codes, isn't it? DNA codes, isn't it?
I know it's using a different part of your mind.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Well, scary with that background. Right, give me.
I'm gonna put the light on. I'm just not good at concentrating. That's my problem.
Yeah, I did. Used to meditate years ago. My brother had a book. I just read it to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
And the first time I ever did it, without failing, I was sat on the bed, and I was only there about 10, 15 minutes. It felt like I'd been there about 2 hours.
Yeah.
I just completely zoned out. I
Yeah.
was only about 14, 15, probably not. Yeah, so mid-teens.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I meditated. Apparently, he's from Israel, Yuri Geller.
Israel, of course, not Russia. Yeah, yeah. I knew Russia didn't sound quite right, but I couldn't remember what else there
Around the
was.
corner.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, yeah. Just a spit away.
Yeah. Mr. Gellard, British Israeli now, apparently.
All right.
So,
Oh, no, Geller.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, Nellie Kelly's put, you start off with like a bit, something written on a piece of paper and it's on the other side of a wall.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they start
they
off
used
with
to-
the most simplest things and then it just gets further and further. But
it-
I
doesn't
heard
it
something,
link
I don't
in-
know.
What's that
It's like
thing? No, sorry, go on, Andy.
No, I was just going to say it's like a bit like astral projection,
Yeah.
like out of body experience. It's very similar to that, and apparently you can link. I've heard. I'm not 100% because I've only ever heard or read it once. Never seen it or heard it since. You can link the two together.
Right.
So there could be someone sat, say, in the UK, and they can project all the way over to the other side of the world, say China or
Yeah.
Russia or even Israel, and they're walking around in that area,
Yeah.
and they can be like touching things. And
Oh, it's Andy's turn this time, Ryan.
well,
I'm going to say, is he had a few beers?
I'm back again.
I know when I spoke to him at like, what, about half 5 was it, Andy? He was already on the body.
Jug of red wine.
Is that
What was
red
that?
wine?
Maybe. Meatballs, it's right being off.
I was going to say, mate.
I'm on my ass.
No.
There used to be a thing that they used to do, and
do you think it's like teleportation in the mind?
Yeah. It's like sending your soul somewhere, isn't it?
That's pretty much what
Out of your body, out of body.
Yeah.
But they used to do this thing in the 70s and 80s where they had cards with
once you get to do it. Yes.
Cards with stars and
used
circles.
To electrodes.
I don't know about the electrodes. I just know that they had to guess.
Them up like that.
Yeah, they had to guess what they were.
Right.
So I think that's like the start of it, and then from there you go on to like you say, like an out of body. Yeah.
Yeah, but I know, like, once you get into it, they can just do it at any time. You got to retrain your brain, I suppose. But once you're doing it, it's going to be second nature, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like switching in and out of it.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Joe Rogan podcast with Brian Cox? Crazy, interesting size of the universe, black holes, no myths, etc. I've not even heard of Joe Rogan.
Have you not?
Really?
Oh, he's an American. He's a MMA fighter.
Oh, right. Oh, of course, yeah. I thought the name rang a bell.
He was, weren't he? Yeah.
But he's an investigator now, but he's like Louis Theroux, but with muscles.
Oh.
Basically.
I do like a bit of Louis.
He goes around and he goes around like interviewing people and asking them, and if you don't believe him, he'll go, "No, you're chatting crap," basically.
Right. Yeah.
And he's good at what he does, but he's into all like unknown stuff and supernatural and paranormal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'll have to check that out.
But I do listen. There is a podcast that I listen to, and I can't think of the name of it. Something monkey or monkey something.
All right.
Can't think of it. I'm gonna have to have a look now.
What's that, a YouTube channel?
1 second. No, it's a podcast.
I've been listening to a few podcasts whilst just doing a bit of paperwork. I say paperwork, obviously,
Yeah.
computer bits.
Yeah.
The infinite monkey cage.
Monkey what, sorry?
Did you get that?
No.
The infinite monkey cage.
Right.
Yeah, it's massive. Yeah, Joe Rogan's massive podcast.
Oh, I'll have to look into that.
Massive. Yeah, massive. He's got loads of his proper good setup as well.
Right.
Really, yeah. There's some great guests that he's had on. He's
Yeah.
had all like the top ones.
Right. Oh, I'll have to look into that. I like something different.
I think on Spotify, it's Spotify, Andy.
Yeah, whatever podcast you listen to is on every podcast. So it'd be an Apple. I use Castbox.
Right.
So you got Spotify, Stitcher, which is Google, Apple Podcast, Castbox. Depending what your preference is, I just prefer that because I can make a playlist for the ones I've not listened to.
Yeah.
But that one with
I
Brian
do that on
Cox,
Spotify.
yeah. But I just Castbox. I think it's easier for me to use
Right.
because it has a driving mode on it as well. So when I'm in the
Right.
van driving that all day, I just podcast on and just listen to that all day.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So
Oh.
there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that I listen to. Obviously, BBR's at the top.
Of course.
Yeah. Don't listen to me own.
No.
I just bit at the front, bit in the middle, bit at the end.
Yeah, that'll
That's
do.
it. If the other bits don't work, it doesn't matter. You got
Yeah.
start
Just
and
long as
end.
pick the good bits out.
Yeah, but I think we're doing all right in the podcast. We've got
Yeah.
21 states in America listening. The UK, Sweden, and New Zealand, and it's only been going. There's one due out on Monday, which is the one with Richard, and
Yeah.
then the following Monday, the 5th or the 8th, is this part 2 with Dan, and that'll be number 5.
Brilliant.
So we've been doing it 6 weeks. I'm not doing too bad.
That's not bad at all.
So, yeah,
No, that's good. No, it's good.
I just need to get too busy. I have no time to do anything else. I'll be phoning in sick every day.
Well, that's sort of part and parcel of it, though, isn't it? The more people you have following you, got to sort of do more work.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem.
It don't get easier, basically.
No.
Somebody's just mentioned Bob Lazar.
Yeah, Bob Lazar. Yeah, he's done
yeah.
a thingy with Joe Rogan.
Yeah. Oh, I'll have to watch that then.
Yeah, the one. If you want to know about Bob Lazar, the one that I listened to, which was really good, was a Joe Rogan episode with a guy called George Knapp, and he did like a documentary with someone else on him.
Yeah.
And it's based quite recently, like about 5 years ago. Still saying the same as what he did back then, basically.
Yeah, sorry. There's a series on Netflix with Joe Rogan.
Is there? Oh, I've got Netflix.
Yeah, with his interviews. I couldn't tell you the name of it without looking into it, but it's
I'll
pretty
try
good.
and find it.
Just type his name and it's on there about 4 or 5.
Right. I shall look into that.
Yeah, definitely worth looking at.
So,
anyone got anything else?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. It's a very random night.
Go on, be random.
Tarot cards.
Yes.
What do you know?
I've got a load. I can send you a
Really?
pack if you want. Yeah.
Yeah, I found mine the other
No,
night.
I just found it really interesting, and I'm just sort of looking into it a bit. So it's just like, you know.
When I first started out with tarot cards, I was given a deck because you're not supposed to buy them, you're supposed to be given them.
Right.
Yeah.
And I used to do everything by the book. I'd like lay it all out, and then I'd get my little book out and I'd be reading through my book. And I find it works better just holding the cards and looking at them and seeing what you get. And once you tune in, you can pick stuff up. But people go, it's like using Ouija boards.
Yeah.
It's nothing like a Ouija board at all.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought.
No,
That's what I
because
thought.
you're not
Ouija board.
contacting anyone, are you?
I've
You're
never.
not, no.
Yeah. So there's certain cards where if you get it in that, like, means something.
There's
Yeah,
there's
all the cards.
hundreds of combinations.
Yeah. Wow.
And
You mean like
obviously
the death card and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Because that's not necessarily a bad thing.
No, it means an end to something. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to die or somebody else is going to die. It's an end of something.
And the start of a new one.
A new one,
stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, Kaz's put, she used to do everything by the book.
Yeah.
Not now, she's called flow. But it's the best way because you pick your own intuition and your own like gut feeling and that.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. In answer to Nellie's question, if you sent me like a question, I could read from that remotely.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have to be in the same room as me. I could, if you had a particular question about something, how something was going to turn out, then I could do that, yeah. With pleasure.
Right.
That's interesting.
I've done it before.
I've always wanted. Well, yeah, no, I've always wanted to go and see sort of. Were you on about the other night, Andy? The clairvoyance. The clairvoyance.
Yeah.
Oh, what we did last week. Yeah. Oh, don't get me started on that.
I've always just sort of been put off. I thought, well, what if it ain't true? And you know what I mean, that kind of stuff. And it's just like, but
it's just one of them things. It's your own. What you take out of it, it's down to you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
So some things might fit, some won't. But then later on, something will happen, and you'll click back and you'll remember what something was said, and it's like it just messes with your head then. But you know, we was going about that clairvoyance last week.
Yeah.
So this goes on to YouTube. This goes straight to YouTube once I press end. And there's someone on it. I'm going to name him. I don't care because he's proper.
Paid you off.
Being a bit of a knob.
Right.
Yeah. So he's called Dax. I'm presuming it was a guy, really arrogant and just being a twat, basically.
Right.
So he was saying, "Oh, don't listen to this. Don't listen to them. I know this. I know that. Blah blah blah." So I messaged back. You can see the comments if you go on YouTube. I'm like, right. So if everyone else is wrong and everything you're saying is correct, show me evidence you have in your possession, not something you've read, not a video you've watched on YouTube, not something someone's told you, actual evidence that you can do that in front of me with to prove everyone else is wrong and you're right. Well, no one will believe the truth. Well, try telling them.
Oh, yeah.
And then hear from him for ages, right? And then he come back last week about clairvoyancy and all this. And there's two people, there's someone called Pink Eye, and there is it Nellie? No. Is it Nellie Keller?
Nellie Kelly's on here.
Yeah, but I'm sure she goes on the YouTube channel. I'll tell you it is. Oh, Didgedo. Sorry, Nellie.
Right.
She's Didgedo and Pink Eye. And they're both commenting like their own opinions. Fair, everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I bet you're both flat earthers as well. And I thought, and you should have booted him off ages ago. Look, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Yeah. Because they're saying about canines, like upright bipedals and all that.
Yeah.
That was another one. And he was, oh, that's not true, blah, blah, blah. How do you know this is true? It's like everyone was saying he was dismissing. So I said, right, show me proof. If you're so adamant that what you're saying is 100%, show me. I can say Oh, I seen 5 goat men dancing in my back garden last night. Well, what proof? It was in my head. I seen it with my eyes, but
Yeah.
there's no proof there. And then he's just going on, and he's like, "Oh, bet you both flat earthers, this, that, and the other." So I said, "Look, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Show respect, or
Yeah.
you're going to become. That's your only option." And
Yeah.
I was, my opinion on different things with the unknown, whether it's Dogman, Bigfoot, fairies, UFOs, portals, whatever. I'll believe something for like 3, 4, 5 weeks, whatever. Then I'll read something or I'll listen to something, and it's like, no, I don't think it's that anymore.
Yeah.
And what I think is real changes every other day, every hour, 10 times
Well, yeah,
a day.
because you get conflicting things, don't you? It's bound to
say,
make
like,
you question stuff.
So we jump onto Dogman, so it'd be like, 1 minute I think, the hybrids, military hybrids.
Yeah.
Then I think, no, they come through portals. No, they're different dimensions. No, they're entities.
Or the real. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, the devil hounds, hellhounds. And I'm thinking, but then are they just like bred with other animals and it's just come up with this? And I'm like, I don't know what to think.
Yeah.
Did they even exist? They're real. I was like, and that'll go through me head about 100 times a day. Are they
It's a matter of keeping an open mind, though, isn't it?
Do they live in caves? Do they live in hollow earth? Do they live underground?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and he's saying all this, it's like there is no right or wrong answer because there is no proof.
Because we don't know, yeah.
Proof because we're not being told anything that's actually happening.
Or seeing it straight in front of us and touching it and...
Unless I see it there and I live to tell a tale. But even then, you still don't know what you're looking at.
No, you don't.
Because I always used to think ghosts were evil spirits. Like ghosts were spirits of dead people trying to scare you. But I've seen that. I've got to the point now where if you see a shadow walk past or an apparition, it's just like, just leave me alone. I'm not in the mood. It's just one of them now.
Yeah.
But because I've seen that many. But then, I suppose if you're seeing like fairies and all that, I'll be crapping it a little bit. I'd be excited. Not seeing any.
I saw 2 fairies one night in my bedroom.
Did you?
I wouldn't have ever said that they didn't exist. They fascinated me. But then there was, you remember the picture the sisters took with the fairies, and everybody believed it for years.
Listening to that. I was listening to that yesterday.
Well, that wasn't that far from me.
Was it not?
And then it turned out that they'd cut the pictures out and put them on sticks.
1907 or something, wasn't it? Or 1970.
1920 something, I think.
It was the early 1900s, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And then one of them died.
Cottingley fairies.
Yeah, that's it. One of them died in 1985 and said that all the photographs were fake, but they actually didn't see fairies.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
They always admitted they seen them, but they just did it on the car to
that's right.
Shut everyone up.
Yeah. Well, thinking about that, obviously I thought, oh, that's amazing. And then when it came out that it was a hoax, I was a bit disappointed, but I thought, well, it's come from somewhere, hasn't it? And then 2 appeared in my bedroom one night, and I was like, oh my God, they are real. Of course, I squeaked and scared them off.
Well,
so what was that? What was that? You said what was the fairy?
What did you see? What was your actual visual?
Right.
The fairy.
I was laid in bed. My husband was working away, and I was reading, and I had it's like, I haven't got it anymore, but it was like a crystal ball, and it sat on top of a machine, and it shone coloured light up. You could change the colours of the lights, and I always had it on the white light before I went to bed. So I was laid reading, and I used to look because there was in the crystal ball there was bubbles all inside the ball.
Yeah.
So this particular night, I was laid just looking at the bubbles before I put it off to go to sleep. And when I looked, there was smaller than a Barbie, sort of just smaller than a Barbie doll. And she was sat on top of the ball, and she had her hands behind her and a long flowing dress on, hanging down, and she was swinging her legs, and she was sat on top of the ball. And I'm like, oh my God. And she hadn't noticed me, and I was staring at her, and then from the other side of the ball, kind of holding on to it like he was looking round, a male one appeared, like he was looking for her.
So you could see the shape of the body and everything?
The whole thing, it was like I could have picked him up like a Cindy doll, Barbie doll.
Really?
They were so real. They weren't see-through. They were solid, but only small.
Right, because...
And he kind of like...
Sorry, go on. Didn't mean to interrupt. I'm just looking for a picture. I thought I kept it in my phone, but I've deleted it because it's one that I put on the group at the very beginning.
Right.
Yeah,
it was like he was looking for her.
Yeah.
And then when I saw him appear, of course, I squealed because it was like, oh my God, there isn't just one, there's two. And they both looked really shocked and then completely disappeared. They didn't jump down.
You said that size of a Barbie?
Yeah, maybe just a tiny bit smaller, but all in proportion. He had like a white shirt on with like an open collar and loose trousers and what have you. And
did he have any light or anything to him?
What you mean from them?
Like a glow?
No.
No, because I've heard about him like giving off a green glow or something.
Yeah, I've heard of that, yeah. But these didn't. These were just illuminated by the colour of the white light in the ball. Right.
Because so where I used to live, a place called Swinton in Manchester, it was all fields and everything. We had a massive back garden, and then it backed onto like fields, like with a park and that on it. Then behind that, it went all the way up. Have you heard of Eccles College?
Yes.
In Salford. So you could see that from the bedroom window. Then there's like an old sewerage farm. Then across from there was a golf course near where what Deb was talking about with the wild man that had been seen around that area.
Yeah.
So I used to share a bedroom with my brother, and I was only about, I'd say 3, 4. I remember going to bed, and my bed was on the opposite wall to the window. So there's no light coming in at all, because there's no houses built at the back at that time. There's one street, but that was at an angle. So even if there was light on the house, it wouldn't come into the bedroom.
Yeah.
So I'm laying in the bed, and like, don't know, just wasn't going to sleep. I'm looking at the wall and seeing this thing on the wall, and it's like it was dancing. And you know, on the old record players, and light, if there's something to bounce off it, and it'll have like a dancing thing on the wall.
Yes, yeah.
Bounce back, right? And then about 3-4 months ago, I was researching something on the internet, and I found this. Oh, I don't know if you can see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And it was like the one on the right. So it was more like that one.
Yeah.
And it was like that, and it was dancing about on the wall, and it was there for about 5 minutes, and then I started to get a bit scared. It wasn't doing anything, it was just there. Yeah. There was no noise coming from it. Obviously, curtains and everything was shut. And then I closed my eyes for a bit. I opened them and it had gone.
Right.
Never told anyone about it. Don't even know where it was.
No.
No idea.
It's obviously something strange, but...
Yeah, but don't know.
It's putting it in a category.
Just reading the... Yeah, that was a golf course for blokes playing golf. Yeah, because that was my golf course. I could see... I could probably walk from my mum's back garden to Ellesmere golf course. I think it's... Oh, no. Was it Ellesmere? The one top of Lancaster Road. I don't know if that's Ellesmere. But it's the main one. I could walk to that from mum's back garden without crossing a road or without seeing anybody.
Right. Yeah.
So it's just weird. And that was the very first thing that I remember that was not normal.
Yeah. How old were you?
Never. But I'd say between 3 and 5. 3, 4. No, I'd say 5 or 6.
Yeah, it's usually about that age when you start seeing stuff.
Because where I was living, they moved us out because there's no central heating in the house at the time. So they moved us out into another house where they did the central heating and got
Right.
got the chimney off, put the back boiler and that in, then moved us back. And I remember I had my 4th birthday at the other house where it was all being done.
Right.
So I must have been about 5 or 6.
Yeah, it seems to be a typical age for first
Yeah.
experiences, does that?
Yeah, and then that was it. And then it was a couple of years later, I seen the UFO, which was the next street down, was probably not even 100 yards from my bedroom to the point where I seen it.
Yeah.
So I'm just reading the comments because I've missed half of them.
Yeah, I've just gone back through them.
Right, sorry, I'm not ignoring anyone, but the comment, I don't know, I think it's just glitching, but I've just got an email come through from Virgin saying that they've upgraded the Wi-Fi. No, I think they have. I think they're lying.
You probably have to turn it off and turn it back on again.
They've downgraded
it. So,
right, Joe's asked a question. What's your opinion on the Gable film?
Oh, the Bigfoot Patty?
No, like Gimlin.
Gimlin.
Gimlin Patterson.
Patterson Gimlin. Gimlin Patterson? Patterson Gimlin?
That's the one. Gimlin Patterson.
Yeah, I think it's real. You know, there's two. There's another one just on the train. It's supposed to be a juvenile.
On the same film?
I saw that. Yeah, didn't you see?
Where
Send me
you see
that.
her walking down and she's looking over her shoulder like that.
Yeah.
I think it's just off to the left. You can just see one in the tree line or the bushes.
I never knew that.
Yes, Andy, I saw that video.
Oh, Gable.
I've watched that video loads of times.
Gable.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Deb. There's a guy who, looking back at the footage, and he noticed something else in the background. So then he made a video on it.
And all that.
Yeah, honestly, and when you actually there is, I couldn't believe it.
Right.
But Gable,
if that footage is real, there's definitely not just that one. There is others, basically.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it
can't be a man in a suit.
Really. Well, no, apparently
no.
No, not the way it walked off.
Female. It was female.
The muscle. Yeah.
Had female bits. Without being rude. You can see them.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
pretty much.
Yeah.
What?
It's the muscle as well. Somebody walking in a suit won't have that muscle structure.
No, you can see the muscle moving in the leg.
Yeah.
And was it 1957? 67?
67, 66.
You didn't have the materials to make that type of suit.
No, they didn't. And I would have thought as well at that time there wouldn't have been that many reports.
No. Well, they was filming it because they was surveying the land, weren't they, for the building?
Yeah. So it wasn't even that they were filming. They were filming the area.
Yeah, and it just appeared.
I've not heard of the Gable film. I might have seen that and just not.
Yeah, I ain't either.
Thought about it. I'll have to have a look at that.
What is it on?
Oh,
it must be on YouTube. Is it YouTube?
There you go. Dogman Gable film stabilized 28 seconds. Right, I'm just going to have a quick look at it while we do this.
What's that called, Andy?
Oh my God. If you seen that coming at you, you would not hang about. You'd be gone.
Gone to change trousers.
What's it called?
Do you know what?
Gable
It's
film.
called Gable, right? It looks like a silverback gorilla, the shape of its back and its body. You're looking at it from the front.
Yeah.
It's got a dog's head.
Right.
Like you can see the ears at the side. That was the crappiest version of ears at the side.
Yeah, it was.
Because I know some of the reports, like right on top, some were sticking out. And these were sticking out like that way, pointed, and you could see the snout and everything.
Oh, if
you see that coming out, you'd be
off. Alan won't interview it.
If you just go on Google and type in the Gable film, and it will come up. It's the first one's a 28-second clip.
Google, yeah. But yeah, I went on YouTube.
Oh, you can. Yeah, it sends you to YouTube.
Yeah, but which one did you click? Because all the ones that come up here are like 5 minutes long. Oh yeah, right. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. I've just found it.
I shall be checking that out later.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch another one. 3 minutes somewhere.
What the hell is that?
Me? Oh, why is it? Oh, I'm not using this again.
Well, that's interesting.
There we go.
Oh, I've disappeared. That's it.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure there's a way, Andy, you could share that screen.
Yeah.
It does say share screen. You could show the viewers that video.
Right. But Alan's just put it was fake because the guy admitted he staged it.
Right. Oh, good, yeah.
It does look like someone on their hands and knees, well, on all fours, running.
I know which one you mean now, yeah.
Like a silverback, but it's got a dog's head.
Yes. Yeah, they did say this day. It was the one that was made to look like a 1960s video, wasn't it? Somebody, have I got the right one where somebody's driving along and it's running?
It looks like a cine film. I tell you, I watched one a few weeks ago. I can't find it again since. The bloke is in America, is playing with his daughter in the garden. I think he's on the swing or something, and you just see this thing come out the bushes.
I've seen that. That's freaky.
It kind of looks CGI, but their reaction was too real for it to be CGI.
Yeah, it was.
And I watched that. If you're in your garden and that comes out, whether that was real or fake, you still pap yourself, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would.
No.
Somebody's put that was the guy in the ghillie suit.
No, but that one in the garden, that weren't a suit. There's no way that was a suit.
No.
That was massive. That was two guys in a suit, if anything.
Yeah, it was.
It was on all fours. It was about 5.5, 6 foot high.
Yeah.
I think Joe's losing it in the chat.
I think, yeah.
She's going to slap. She's going to slap Alan.
I know.
But that's the thing. A lot of people are told, shut up.
Yeah,
don't do
they
anything.
are. So then they're going to say it was fake out because they're frightened to death.
Yeah.
It's like the men in black coming and threatening you.
Yeah. That's it. Waiting for him to knock on the door.
Yeah.
Most people's reaction is to give in to them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you got someone that is like, no, fights, then it's a different ball game, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know.
So they expect people to basically, but it's intimidation, isn't it? That's how they.
Well, they can ruin everything, can't they?
By the government.
Yeah.
You can't really get much more thingy than that, can you?
Not really,
no. Whether they say it's fake or whether they say it's true, you don't. Same thing again. Same as witnessing something. You don't know. You wasn't there.
Well, that's it. Yeah. You're just taking somebody's word for it.
You could have 50 people saying it's fake and 5 people saying no, it's true. You don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't know unless you actually witness it. I'm right. Alan is going to get a bit slapped. I got for that one up. Oh, I'm not using the laptop again.
Yeah, it's like I know someone that was basically trying to explain to me the other day that this COVID isn't real.
Right.
And I'm like, mate, I'm like, yeah, it is. Of course, people are dying from it, and he's like, he just
I know
kept going
people
on.
that have had it. I've actually got my first vaccination at 9
Do you
o'clock
know what I
tomorrow
mean?
morning.
So it's like, to him, he was like getting quite angry towards the end about it because I didn't think like it.
Yeah,
I
but
was
like you say, we all have our own opinions, don't we? I mean, my opinion's completely different to everybody else's, but yeah, we all have our own opinions.
It's like I wasn't going to get the vaccine. Sorry for butting in, but then I've been thinking about it. It's like I don't really want to get it. So free work, because I'm now classed as a
key worker,
frontline health worker.
Mm-hmm.
So I booked it on the NHS site. I got my first one tomorrow at 9 o'clock, and then my second one is on the 9th of May. It's that 3 months between 3 months between them. So,
but this is the thing: they didn't start doing the jabs until recently. But people are now having the second jabs. How are they having the second jabs now?
Depending which one.
Which vaccine it is.
Got Pfizer. There's Pfizer. There's AstraZeneca.
Yeah.
And there's another one, and you can tell me 100 times, I'll never remember the name of it. And I had this conversation. I've had this conversation 3 times tonight already. But you don't know which one you're getting until you turn up.
Until you get there, yeah.
But the thing is, once you've got it, and then you get the second one, because if you notice now on the news, they're not telling you how many people are dying from it. There's no death rate anymore. It's infection rate, and the infection rate is dropping.
Yeah.
How strange is that? All of a sudden, everyone's starting getting other illnesses. All these other illnesses just stopped, and then
well, look at
but they reckon there's it's not just that though. There's they reckon there's another strain of coronavirus. Another
Mars
variant.
one, is it the Mars one that I put on Facebook earlier?
I don't know. I just looked at something yesterday, and something on Google feed. Something popped up, and it was like, a new variant's discovered. And I was thinking, oh, here we go.
Yeah, South Africa.
No. Since that.
No, I don't listen to the news anymore.
This was yesterday. Well, it was just from like a news. I know, African strain.
You've got the African strain.
Yeah, I know there's that.
New Zealand?
I think they're clear.
It was on the feed. It was on my Google feed, mate. Just see if it's going to be on there again. I don't know.
It's fine. Yeah, Nelly's put AstraZeneca and Pfizer, but there is another one. I'm sure that's the Oxford one, but I can't. Yeah, New Zealand. It was that one. I am right. Now Ryan's going to get a bitch slap.
What?
That woke you up, didn't it? It is the New Zealand strain.
Yeah, so I'm right then.
Ebola-vid.
Yeah, I'm right.
Oxford, Well, you're on about you're right. You disagreed with me. Don't start this now.
No. I said there was another variant. I asked the New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I said New Zealand. You're like, no. So,
well, all I knew there was another variant. I didn't actually know which country it was. So, Richard, thank you for that. So it's the New Zealand.
I know. Do you know what? Sorry, Debs is just put over there.
Yeah.
To show a ghost. Yeah, I made an appearance for a couple of weeks. I think she's gone on holiday.
Yeah, done one.
Yeah. No, she'll be back. Not next week. The week after.
Yeah, because next week's the wife's birthday.
Yes. But I have
don't get into trouble.
Yeah. Maybe allowed, but I don't think it will. No, it's not worth it.
No, it'd be too painful.
Yeah. Yeah, I won't be doing
and long lasting.
Pray that. No, yeah, so it'll be 2 weeks. But Yeah, there's something I was going to do this week, but I've just not had time to do it. So, yeah, off the shoulder, we'll be back in 2 weeks' time.
Watch this space.
So, yeah. What are your opinions on COVID? Not what you've read, not what you've heard, what you actually think it is.
I think it's a virus, but I don't think
Yeah.
it's half as bad as... I think it is another strain of flu.
Yeah.
But I am not having my vaccine.
You're not?
No. I've got COPD and I've got diabetes,
Yeah.
and I'm on the vulnerable
Right.
list, but I still don't want my vaccine.
No,
Basically because it's not been tested long enough for my liking.
Yeah.
I know,
No.
like I said, it's another strain of flu, yeah, but I don't. It's all the wording that goes with everything as well. This mass vaccination and the way that they're portraying it, I don't like it. There's something not.
It's like I kind of have to have mine because of the job that I do.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, I understand that, but the thing is, I've had arguments with people on Facebook when they're on about, oh, what's your opinion? And then when you say I'm not having it, well, that's just selfish. That's this. Well, we're all entitled to our own opinion, but it's my choice at the end of the day. I won't slate anybody that's having theirs. I won't say, oh, well, you're a fucking idiot. You know, you go ahead and have it. That's fine.
This year's the first year I had my flu jab.
Right, yeah.
Because I'm getting older, I thought I better start looking after myself a little bit.
See, I'm 52 and I've never had flu in my life.
I think it once when I was about 30.
That was man flu, though, wasn't it?
Oh, I have that every weekend. Every Monday morning I have that.
Yeah, you can't do man flu.
Yeah, I think the same as you, Deb, really. I think it's not as the deaths ain't as what they said. It's just another variant of the flu.
I know people I delivered to hospitals, and I didn't put in, and they were saying about Essex and all around that it's really bad. Delivered to like
it's definitely real. You know what I mean?
Four of the main hospitals in central London, around Euston and that, and 5 different hospitals in Essex. And you've got to go through because I've got to go to the pharmacy department in each one.
Yeah.
And there's no one about. You can sit as you're walking through the wards. There's no one in the wards.
Yeah.
And they're saying that there's thousands of people and they're queuing up to get in. They're not. There's no one
but the
there.
thing is as well, it's all the fudging of the figures. It's like it says underneath in the small print, died within 28 days of a positive COVID test. Well, you could get tested positive for COVID on a Tuesday, get it by bus on a Wednesday, and you're going to go in the COVID figures. Yeah. And that's not right.
Yeah.
It's scaremongering. It's not right.
Well, I know of a person, a friend of a friend of a friend, it's one of them. But it is true. Someone, he worked on a building site, he fell off the scaffolding, and he died from his injuries.
Mm-hmm.
He tried putting it down that it was COVID. His wife had to contest it. It took about 3 days for him to change the death report to say that he died from internal injuries.
I've heard of that a couple of times.
Put it down as COVID.
Yeah. This is what I mean. The figures aren't true, are they?
No, completely false. Because they were saying all these people that are catching it and dying from it, there'd be no one left in England if it was true.
That's true.
And the rate that they said that people were catching it, it was like 160,000 every week, and it was doubling every 14 days. I worked it out. Within a month and a half, everyone in the UK
be gone.
Would have had COVID.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Darren's got a pretty good opinion there. I think it was a bioweapon unleashed on the Western world to cripple our economies and weaken us as nations. I have no proof of this, just my opinion. Pretty good opinion.
Yeah.
Very. That's just yeah. Another theory, isn't it?
Yeah.
It could very well be that's the deep, bigger picture.
Yeah, because there's a lot. I mean, I
Do
know
you know what I
everybody
mean?
bandies it
Because you
about, but
want
it's like,
central banking.
yeah,
It's like when we've gone to war with these 3 countries in the world controlled by central banking. It's Lebanon, Syria, and somewhere else.
United Arab Emirates,
And
isn't it?
these are the countries that the UN keep going to war with.
Because they're trying to take control of what we've got.
But apparently, and I've seen this a couple of times this week, that's been traced back to in China. Excuse me.
That's the Voddies.
This is Ribena.
Not a But yeah, Darren's just put him and his brother had it, and he's like, he proper wiped him out, and his brother was worse. He got pneumonia. But
Yeah.
my brother, his wife, and they've got twin boy and girl, are 13. They live in Bolton. They all got it. Kids, nothing wrong with him. Brother, he said he felt hungover for a few days.
Yeah.
His missus didn't have any taste, and they didn't feel ill. Just walk, for my brother, he goes, I'm just walking around the house, bored.
Yeah.
Just got me doing DIY.
It's like the Nightingale hospitals. If it were that bad, the Nightingale hospitals would have been absolutely packed to the rafters, wouldn't they? They've not used one of them.
Well, one of the aunties works at Salford Royal, and they've got a Nightingale hospital there, and they were saying that it's empty. It's closing it. There's no one going in.
Yeah, they did one at Harrogate. They made one at Harrogate Conference Centre, and it's never been used.
Is that near where you are?
Not far off, yeah, about 20 miles away.
Right.
But it's never been used.
Have you spoke to any doctors or anyone about it and see what they said?
No.
That work. So I'm doing a job for doctors now.
Well, where the missus works, there's a doctor's next door. One of the older doctors, he had it and it made him proper ill. But he'd been going into the hospital and they were saying it was really busy, and he's going in, he's like, there's no one about. He went and he's seen 4 people on the wards. There's no one else there. And I don't even know where they're getting the figures from. They just
I think Joe's right when she says Joe's put the world is overpopulated, so it's a cult. I think she could be quite right there.
But it's you ask of a Deb.
Well, it is because you've got Bill Gates talking about a bloody vaccine. I mean, he's a computer guy. He's not even a medical person.
Bloke.
So why is he all of a sudden, getting Roger Moore?
Well, if you got every person in the world and put them all together, it's something like 17% of the world will be covered. It's only like 7% in the UK.
Yeah.
So it's not by the stand. It's overpopulated. I don't know if I'm going to get this right. Without being, because I'm not religious whatsoever, but it's overpopulated according to the Bible.
Yeah.
But in reality, we've not even 2/3 of the world we've not even touched yet.
No.
So how
and
can
then
it be
then there's the mystery of the Georgia Guidestones. When it's listed on there about the population needs to decrease to God knows how many, and all these things for how the world is going to go.
Yeah.
And that's Nazi scientists.
Which one?
Which one? There's a few.
That one that worked. That one that worked. Van Braun.
Yeah, when
Von Braun.
After World War II.
Look at his tombstone. Not tombstone. His bloody headstone or whatever.
Yeah. Epitaph.
Yeah.
He was taken, weren't they, after the under the Second World War, and it was pretty much, well, you can get away with everything if you come and work for us, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All
Operation
right,
Paperclip.
Huh?
Operation Paperclip.
That's it.
You all got shuffled off to the United States.
Yeah.
That's it. Darren's just put it. That's what I was trying to think of. Bill Gates is a believer in eugenics to reduce the world's population.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, but
And
why
it's
is
funny
he
that
even?
comes up with a vaccine?
No. I've Andy knows my thoughts on it. Me personally, I'm like you, Deb. I won't have it, and I'm way down the pecking order on it anyway. I don't even want it anyway. I'd rather I'd rather the elderly and people that need it.
Yeah.
If I get it and it kills me, then that's so be it. You know, it is what it is.
To put it this way, I've survived for over a year now. Going out, I'm not going out like willy-nilly, but going and doing shopping every month, and in between.
Yeah.
I've got my lanyard thing because I can't wear a mask. I did try in the beginning and I can't wear a mask. And I've survived. And I've come into contact with, I can't tell you how many people. I'm still here.
Same as me. Yeah. I've worked all the way through it. I've just had my holidays as normal, weekends off, nothing different.
Yeah.
And it felt like crap days, but you do anyway.
Yeah, of course you do, yeah.
Nothing major. But Debs has just put about the one who's alive now, who says he's Hitler's son, she says Kurt. But I've got Jean-Marie Laurey, a French railway worker, allegedly Adolf Hitler's illegitimate son.
Yes, I heard about it.
Died in 1985. And that is
he probably had a few out there.
Yeah, probably did.
Do you know what I mean?
That's another thing, though. When Hitler took a cyanide tablet.
Well, they reckon he went to Argentina.
He took a cyanide tablet. They shot him. They jumped in a roll and set it on fire. His body was never checked to see if it was actually him.
No, it wasn't.
So many lookalikes, like Saddam Hussein and Bin Laden, had loads of different lookalikes, like doubles.
Yeah, they did.
It was never confirmed that was actually Adolf Hitler.
No.
I think Joe Rogan does, on one of his podcasts, he does it about, sure it's Joe Rogan, not 100%, but I'm sure 99% certain it is. And he was saying that if it was Hitler, he'd have probably survived up to like the mid to late 90s.
Yeah.
Because there's a few people. I remember hearing something about him living on an island.
Yeah, that rings a bell.
But I can't remember where it is. I'm thinking like South America somewhere.
Yeah.
Don't know. Oh, but readers say it could still be in Antarctic.
Yeah. See, that's a weird place.
Yeah, no fly zone and all that.
Mm.
We've spoke about that, haven't we? That is a weird.
No, it's very Cuba, interesting. But it's somewhere near Cuba. It's just a little island. I'd not heard of it before.
Yeah,
but I'm just reading. Ronan the Accuser was my favourite. What?
We're on about films, I think.
Oh.
What the hell was that? Sounds like somebody was drumming.
Someone's dropped something. Probably another kid.
Yeah.
No. Well, boys' bedroom's right above me. They'll be on the PlayStation.
Probably just lost at the stage he's at, and he's kicking off like I used to. And I used to have my old man coming up, you banging around, stop it.
Get to
bed. No, he's head of some. Sorry, I am listening. I'm just reading out at the same time. I'm multitasking. Told you could do it.
Oh yeah, you can.
He's head of some world order group. He still practices gender and race selection. Never heard of him.
Who are we on about?
Hitler's son.
Oh, Hitler's son. All right.
It doesn't surprise me that he is part of some world order group, to be honest with you.
Part of the elite.
Well, it's that the Bilderberger group, I think it is.
Yep. Rothschild.
Meeting every 4 years.
Yeah.
The only way, if this vaccine is real, then maybe they knew this way 45, plus years ago, and already had the vaccine in progress, sort of back then,
Yeah.
and they knew this was going to happen. Because I'm like that. My wife, she's on medication for a heart condition, and she's in the class as the vulnerable list,
Yeah.
the higher category, and even she's a bit like it's too soon.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. The only thing I found...
Because my granddad, he's 72, he's never been in hospital his whole life. He's proper. You wouldn't even know he's that age. You'd think he's 52 if you looked at him. Yeah. Well, he's rushed into hospital 3 days after he had his vaccine.
That doesn't surprise me.
Luckily, he's pulled through it, but he looks like he's come round it. But it makes you think, doesn't it? It's like it's a bit weird.
Yeah. Right. No, sorry. Just going back.
I hope we don't have the same with Andy next week.
No, fine.
Yeah.
Right. I've just found this. The only thing that I can find is a book called New World Order: Hitler's Alive.
Right.
And that's the only thing you can find. It's on Amazon.
Well, Hitler, he was big into the secret societies and all the unknown type of stuff, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. He invented Holston Pearls, the Volkswagen Beetle.
Autobahn.
He was a diabetic, wasn't he? So he couldn't have sugar. So he designed the beer to turn to sugar turns to alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did, even though he was one of the most evil people ever, he invented quite a lot of things.
Oh, that interests me, does that? Joe's put spontaneous human combustion.
Yes, we was talking about this a couple of months back, but I always remember it happening. There's just a phase of it happening like the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
But then I read something not long after. No, wait. It was probably 90s, early 2000s, that all the people that was that it happened to had high volume of alcohol in the system and were smokers.
Smokers, yeah.
So they think that they've ignited the alcohol, and that's why. Because you notice it only burns down. Because someone said, like, you always see the legs, and that woman had the slippers on and that.
Yeah.
It was always the lower.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh, but that just sounds really funny, doesn't it?
It was always the lower limbs at the left. It was the legs and the feet. It was never the top half. So,
but the thing that puzzled me, but the thing that puzzled me was nothing else was burnt. No. If you're going to suddenly combust like that, why doesn't your room catch fire? And it was just that particular.
This person was on fire because of alcohol in the system.
Well, that's what they said.
That's what they reckon. But alcohol doesn't actually burn; it's the fumes that burns.
Yeah.
Same as
once
petrol.
The fumes have gone, the liquid won't burn.
It's just going to go out. Depending on if it's not a high heat, Robin Spot, high heat releases oils from the body. But if it's not a high heat, it's just going to burn and smolder and then just go out.
Richard wants to know if they died lighting their own farts.
Probably. I know somebody used to do that. Yeah. That's another story. Yeah, that was the football stadium that caught on fire. That was Bradford City, wasn't it?
Yeah. There was 2, wasn't there? Was Bradford. Oh no, the other one was Sheffield, wasn't it? That one at fire. Yeah, Bradford City caught fire. What's that got to do with
remember
anything?
That was bad. Don't know. Robin spoke. Remember the foot on fire? Yes, Bradford City.
I thought he was going to tell us something about
No. All right. Oh no. Don't know.
that. Oh yeah, Deborah, I've read that before as well. There's a guy in the USA who's happened to 3 times, and he was able to put the flames out twice by patting, once by throwing himself in a lake.
Never heard that.
Yeah, I've heard that before. Yeah, Deborah just mentioned it.
Yeah, right. Oh, going on to what Robin was saying, do you remember the guy that walked away from the stadium? He caught on fire.
No.
Yeah, but someone threw, because there's allowed to smoke in stadiums and all the rubbish and that on the floor. Same
Yeah.
thing as what happened at King's Cross when that went up.
Yeah,
It was
that was the
someone
escalators, wasn't it?
Yeah, someone threw a lit cigarette.
Yeah.
That's what it was. So did he catch on fire from himself, or was he caught on fire from the fire?
From the
I know
fire.
It seems a bit stupid.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
But did he cause the fire from him, or was it something already burning?
Yeah. Yeah, it was Valley Parade, Bradford.
Yeah. He walked onto the pitch from the stands. Yeah, I remember that. But he caught on. He was near where the fire had started. But don't forget, there's allowed to drink and that in the stands as well. Wasn't watered down beer then.
But then with beer, it'd have to be spirits, wouldn't it? Beer would be a bit weak to be.
Couldn't you used to be able to take your own drinks into football
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah, I think you did, yeah.
Like before. Yeah, because when that one happened at Sheffield, was that Liverpool, wasn't
it was Hillsborough.
Hillsborough.
Oh, Forest.
That's when they changed all the laws. They put it all down to seating and.
Yeah, because they'd let people in that they shouldn't have let in, and it overcrowded everything, so everybody started getting crushed.
Yeah, and that was when they changed the health and safety.
Yeah,
and that's when they stopped with the smoking and the drinking and everything else. It was pretty much all around that time.
Yeah,
that was late 80s, early 90s. I think
it was. Yeah,
80s,
it was late 80s.
Yeah, because it was all seated stadiums after that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. It was late 80s. Liverpool versus Forest. Yeah, I thought it was Forest.
Was it Forest?
Yeah, it was Forest.
I thought it was Sheffield.
Yeah, it was Sheffield. Hillsborough's in Sheffield. Were they just playing there?
No, it was.
Oh, yeah. Neutral ground, wasn't it?
Oh, neutral ground, yeah.
It was one of the FA Cup, or the Coca-Cola Cup.
FA Cup semi-final.
That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the guy that walked away, I think he caught on fire from the fire.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything.
Imagine that. Being there.
I just got my zip on me zip. Alright. Don't ask.
No, I'm not. No, we won't ask.
No, man. I'm just trying to see if I'm bleeding.
No, you're not. Don't suddenly catch fire either.
No, I was just thinking that. Luckily, we've only got central heating. There's no fire in the house.
Well, we've got a fire, but we don't use it. It's crap.
Is it? No, we've got an outside burner. Do you know the old tin bin?
Oh, yeah.
Lid?
Yes.
One of them.
Incinerator.
Yeah. Well, I picked it up the other day. I was picked up to empty it. One of the handles had snapped off. I was like, time to buy a new one.
Yeah. You can get the little tiny weeny ones now.
Can you?
Yeah.
The thing is, though, they're only, I think we got it from, not B&Q, the other one, Home Base.
B&M. Oh, Home Base, yeah.
No, it's about 15 quid, so.
Yeah, they're not dear.
Yeah.
We've got a chimney here. We shove that on when we want to burn anything.
We just throw all...
they're amazing, aren't they? For at night, them chimneys.
Oh, yeah. Give out some right heat.
Just sit out there. Yeah, I take mine
That's
fishing.
all I get for
So
Oh,
no, go fishing. You know, so I always go with a mate. So he's in his swim, I'm in mine, and in between we sort of set up base camp where we have like the chimney and
yes.
get the barbecue and have a proper decent cook up, a few steaks on there, burgers.
It's all right.
Bit of
It's fishing
bacon.
like, isn't it?
Honestly, it's amazing. Yeah, well, that's part of like, but when it's like a form of hunting, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And it's and being out in the wild. That's why I like fishing the rivers, because you never know what you're going to catch, and two, you don't know what you're going to see either.
Yeah.
giant squid.
Have you ever heard anything, Ryan?
What?
Have you ever heard anything like odd? Being out fishing. Do you do night fishing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been the same.
No, the only thing that I ever really hear is the bloody ducks, swans, or the otters attacking.
Beavers.
Obviously, beavers. Especially when as soon as it gets good, it's like anything. It's like anything. As soon as that light goes and it starts getting dark, everything's on the hunt then for the food. Even the fish. That's why you always get the bite times sort of really then, because everything just switches then. It's like a light switch. Bang, they're having it. But no, in terms of like experiences, no, not really. But obviously, I have heard of fishermen seeing things early in the morning.
Yeah.
So
it's a perfect location, really, isn't it?
Yeah. I've had a feeling when I went to a lake out near Peterborough way. I did have not a bad feeling. Well, sort of a negative vibe about it. It was like I weren't going to go that particular time anyway, but I went anyway, and I didn't have a very good. Really, it wasn't a good experience. It was just like
you felt a bit off.
Yeah, I don't know, because it was like in the middle of, it was it just felt off. So I was just like, but the move hobby, I like exploring, anything exploring.
Yeah. Nellie's just mentioned about Chubby Brown performing near Valley Road when it happened and nearly getting lynched. I do, yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't his best joke, was it?
Not really, no. I mean, I have been to see him.
Did you... I listened to one of the BBR podcasts. I listened to the last 3 this week. And one of them, she was recapping about Matchstick Car Park, where that woman went into the bushes to go for a wee. And she felt like something was watching her. It's over in Bedford. Right. As soon as we're out of lockdown, I'm going to go, and hopefully Richard's going to come with me.
Have an investigation.
He doesn't. He's just found out now. It's in. It's the other side of Bedford. From what I can work out, there's a roundabout called the Black Cat Roundabout on the A1.
Oh, I've heard of that.
You go left, you got Peterborough. You turn right, you go to London. And it's around the area, and then you got the River Ouse, and there's a little marina and that there. And there's loads of little places. But did you hear the one about the sheep that we got slaughtered? There's like 5 of them in a field over near Wellingborough.
Yeah.
Well, I work in Wellingborough. It's about 10 miles from where I am. And I passed them fields where all this keeps happening.
And you're not seeing anything?
Nothing.
Yeah. Dead slow with binoculars.
Yeah. I'm doing like 2 miles an hour. Cars behind me.
Beep, beep.
Andy's taking them all and putting them in his van.
Yeah. Got a van full of dog fun. Oh, tell you what, driving to work yesterday morning, and there's a bit of it, it's like national speed limit. Flying down, and I just seen something out of the corner of my eye. It was a muntjac deer.
Oh.
If I'd have been a second later, I'd have gone straight over it.
Ooh.
Or
They're only little, aren't
I didn't see it crossing the road. And
they?
then
Right.
as I got level with it, the headlight lit up its face. I just seen the eye shine.
Right.
And swear I must have missed it by that.
That's a close call.
Luckily, there's nothing behind me. There's nothing behind me, so it didn't get hit.
They're little, aren't they? The muntjac ones are little deer.
They've got like little proper tiny legs.
Oh.
Well, literally, they just pop up out of nowhere. That one did anyway.
Oh, that sounds spooky.
God for that. So.
Darren's put, we go fishing off the Humber Wall at a village called Paul. It's really close to one of BBR witness reports of an invisible entity chasing the occupants of a car. Not sure about going there again.
Yeah.
That's like an energy surge thing. It's something.
That's
the
like
Humber Wall is in the Humber Estuary.
Didn't see.
I presume so. Yeah, I think so.
Humber Wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one that goes out to the sea.
Yeah.
That's River Trent. Yeah, that's I do fish in River Trent.
Humber.
But the Humber Estuary is the start of the River Trent.
River Trent.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And
right.
it runs like from there. It goes right down to like Leicestershire, well,
Nottinghamshire and Newark and.
That's Newark. That's where I fish. It's called Bob's Island.
All right.
It's literally right near the Newark Castle.
Right.
And if you get on this particular swim, it's pretty. Like you see at night, you see all the castle light up. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry, can I just put in quickly? Robin is putting these links up on here. Robin, can you put them on the group page, please? The last two
we can't click on them on here.
It's not as a link, it's just coming up as text. So we can't actually do anything with it. And then once it's off, they're gone. But with him saying about the invisible things that chasing the car, that's what I seen, didn't see. That invisible thing going up the trees.
Yeah. Like the predator thing.
That's what I saw in my experience. Just like that predator thing is what I saw.
Mm.
But it didn't look like jelly or anything. I couldn't see a shape. I could just see something climbing up a tree pretty quick. And it looked like no, not even that. It's just the leaves were moving, but there's moving as though something was climbing up. And when you see in a zoo on TV, like a monkey climbing up a tree dead quick, that's what I pictured.
Right.
And then
it's all sorts out there.
The first day is absolutely fine.
Here's one for you then. You know, if
1 minute, right? Sorry, it could have been the light bouncing off the raindrops because it's quite heavy rain. The next day was clear, and same sort of thing.
Right.
But it's like Deb said to me, they could have been there for ages, and you just happened to see it at that time.
Yeah. Yeah, you could have been oblivious to it all the time before.
I never thought of it like that. No, there's not even a heat. It was just there's no
movement.
shape. It was
just movement.
So it'd be like, So this hat, So imagine and it squeezes, but you couldn't see my hand. There was absolutely enough, but you could see it moving in, and there's something doing it.
I get you.
So it wasn't like the predator as such, but the way the little branches, because it had ivy growing up, at the way that was moving,
moving in.
It was like squashing. They was going up and dropping back down, but nothing else was blowing around it.
That's weird, isn't it?
I know. Tell me about it.
Yeah, that's Nelly Kelly's just said it on the comments. You know, like with a
The
heat haze. You know, when on the road when you look at it, it's like
in summer.
you know that flicker.
Yeah.
That's what I saw.
Right. See, it could have been that, but because I was going around a bend, I only seen it for a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
So as I'm approaching, and then it bent round and then back again. So I didn't actually get. I couldn't stop
full-on
either.
look.
Yeah,
No.
it's like it's a solid white lines and there's cars behind me and all that.
Yeah.
But when I've gone past since, and I've slowed down, there's been nothing about. It's just nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's weird. Don't get it. Don't know what it was. But that's why I said invisible monkeys. It's the only thing I could think of.
Oh, yeah.
It looked like the way a monkey moved, but I couldn't say anything.
Yeah.
So it was invisible.
Oh, an invisible monkey.
Yeah. So, sorry, Ryan. That one you said you seen, was that the one in the tunnel?
Yeah, prior to that, yeah.
Oh, before you got to the tunnel, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that when I said to you that it was something, it was just like invisible, but you could see the flickering. That's just what's just remembered of. Better description of it is the shimmering.
Glimmer.
You know what I mean.
Call that now the Glimmer Man.
Yes.
They've started calling it the Glimmer Man.
There was something there because, like you say, we felt like we should get the hell out of there now.
Yeah.
That's the feeling. But we're all young. There were three of us. We were like, well, there's three of us. You know.
Yeah.
Young lads.
Yeah, sorry. There's a podcast that I listened to today, and they said they call it the Glimmer Man, and it's either bouncing the light back, bending the light.
Yeah.
It's like wearing a glitter suit.
Yeah.
So it's just mirroring or whatever. But apparently, the military have admitted that they can do it. They can bend light.
Yeah, I've heard that.
But they won't say to what extent. I was on listening to that about. I got until about 8:30, so about 9:30, 10 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
it's funny you should say that because in the book I'm reading at the moment, I put it down last night to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And the next chapter is about the Glimmer Man.
Really?
So that'll be interesting to see what that's all about.
Yeah, that's a fairly new name for it, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Because
I can't remember the name of the book.
Because ink glimmering to do with, I might be getting the word wrong, to do with vampires. Is that something else?
I don't know.
Like hypnotise mortals.
I don't know.
Glimmering.
It's more to do with stealth, isn't it, than...
No. So when the vampires, supposedly, when you look in their eyes and they transfix you.
Yeah.
Is that called glimmering?
I don't know. I've not heard of that.
I think I get the word wrong. Yeah, it's called stealthing, but the new title, the new name for it, is called the Glimmer Man.
Right.
I'm trying to think what podcast I listened to it on. I think it was... There's one that I listened to called Paranormal Roundtable.
Yeah, I listened to that.
With Wolf, Josh.
Turner.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you're friends with him, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I did it come up mutual friends, it come up Josh, Vic, and a couple of others.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one I was listening to today. That was the last one. So, yeah, listen to that one. It's pretty
I've got a few of them to catch up on, actually.
Yeah, definitely listen to that one, though. But there's one, I won't go into it, but there's like this guy's up in this tower, and this thing climbs up and sits at the side of him and like mimics everything he does.
Oh, no, I don't think I'd like that.
Proper weird. Yeah, just listen to it. Honestly, it's good. It's freaky, but it's really good.
I'll have to listen to that.
Next one to listen to. Oh,
that'll be my Monday morning start.
Yeah. What was it? Sorry, I'm just going through the questions now.
See, reptilians freak me out, but I don't know if they're real or not.
See, I don't. Right, I've two different things. I've heard a few, but these are the main two things that I've listened to, that I've heard. So you got reptilians, which you reckon are all these famous people in the entertainment business,
Like the royal family.
Running with it. And I've also heard that people that are reptilians don't know they're reptilians. Their body is a host. They don't actually know there's a reptilian living inside them.
Yeah, I've heard that before as well.
See, that one.
Which is even freaky, really.
Kind of make more sense. And then...
well, if that's the case, there's most people, well, not most people, but reptilians, there's more around than what we think then.
Yeah.
They must have a similar personalities to a reptile as well. Snake. There's a lot of
snake-like. Yeah.
But it's like
there's a lot of people out there that
But they say reptilian shapeshifting. Yeah. Obviously, they say the royal family and the cousins and God knows who else. All these famous people. Yeah, when Alan was on last, he put a video on the group of that interview with that woman who's claiming to be a shape-shifting reptilian.
Oh, I wanted to watch that. I never got around to watching that. Yes.
I'll try and find it and I'll post it. David Icke, he does. That's pretty much all he talks about now.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
The reptilians, and like the same thing, the New World Order.
Yeah.
And
you see, I believe in all that stuff.
Being found. You believe that we're being found for that? They're feeding off us.
Yeah. It's like this missing 411, isn't it? There's got to be something.
Yeah.
This book that I'm reading at the moment, it's all like stories of weird things that have happened. And they were on about, I think I've mentioned it before on something, they were on about a little boy that went missing back in the 1960s or whatever, in the woods in America.
Yeah.
And they had the search parties out. 80s it was. They had the search parties out.
Yeah.
They were shouting his name, and when they actually found him, he said that he'd been stood right in front of them and they ignored him. They were all shouting his name and he was shouting back at them. You couldn't hear him, couldn't see him. What's that about?
It's like, is he gone into a portal, or is he between the, what's it called?
Yes,
between the planets kind of thing.
The veil, when the veil thins.
Yeah, like between worlds.
The thinning of the veil. Yeah.
It just seemed really odd.
Yeah, but they say, like with the fairies and that, I think we spoke about it last time, that when you go into their world, 1 year is like 10 years here, or 1 day is 10 years.
Yeah.
Time moves a lot slower. So
that's right,
And then if these dogmen, wild men, reptilians, whatever else, all these cryptids, if they are going through like portals and dimensions, what's stopping any of us
going the other way?
We're not going to see it because it's not in our spectrum. So we're not going to notice that. If you're just walking down the street
and just suddenly pop into them,
you just suddenly vanish.
Yeah.
What's saying that isn't possible?
Well, there's so many different things. I mean, there's going back to that case in Todmorden where that bloke ended up dead on the coal.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did he get there?
And he had them burn on him in that funny gel. It looked like ointment or something.
Yeah, some gel stuff that they couldn't distinguish. They didn't know what it was. Yeah, Zygmunt. Oh, somebody will tell me in the what is it?
I can't remember his name. Yeah, and he was like, that was it, Adamski. And he had the suit on, but the suit didn't quite fit.
No, they'd put it on the wrong way. They put parts of his outfit on the wrong way around.
But I remember reading that the guy who did the autopsy, the coroner, said he had the best calf muscles he's ever seen in anyone ever.
Yeah, that's right.
It's one of the weirdest things that stuck out about that story.
It was very strange.
His doctor was fascinated with his calf muscles.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? What's that all about?
That is a bit weird.
But he'd gone missing. He'd gone missing for was it 2 weeks?
Yeah, he was due to go to his daughter's wedding, his niece's wedding, something.
He had 2 days' worth of stubble on his face.
That's right.
Yeah, and it was he'd been there for. Well, the guy who'd been in and checked it at whatever time in the morning. Was it about 8, 9 o'clock?
Yeah.
And then he was found about 3 hours later, and there's no one had been in because all the yard was locked up, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So
it's very strange.
No way he could have got in, and he couldn't have climbed up onto the top of that because he was already dead before he was put on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit of a
mystery. You see, Tobberden's only about 20 miles from me.
Well, I used to live in
strange place.
Stacksteads near Baycock. So I used to live that side, near Burnley side.
Yeah.
Todmorden was only 10-15 minute drive up the road.
Yeah. It's a weird place.
But the copper that was investigating that case, wasn't he the one that he was intercepted with that UFO on the main road?
Alan Godfrey.
Yes. It's the same guy.
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
Yeah, and that was the 1980s. That was 4, 5, 6 years difference or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
There's loads of stuff we don't know about.
Yeah, of course there is.
What? I missed that now.
That's right. I'm trying to read it as well. No, just shimmering. I think my posts aren't coming through straight away.
No, mine aren't either. I've got a lag. Alex Collier. I'll have to look into him as well.
Alex Collier.
Yes, that's what I was just about to say. I've told you about Alex Collier, Andy.
Yeah, Richard was telling me about him the other day as well.
He's the one. He talks about these races and stuff into another.
The way that he explains it quickly.
Yeah.
If you're going to tell something like this, please can you put a link onto the group page, because I will never ever remember any of these names.
I will. I've got a pad and a pen. I don't know what
I have to write everything down. I've got to write everything down.
We'll write this down now then.
Hang on.
Write it down now.
I've got a pen.
Well, that's no good, is it? Hey, even I've got my old bit of.
I've got a pad and a pen.
Bit of paper and that.
Yeah. So
Alex.
I'm not being fussy or anything, but please,
you are, mate.
If any of you have got any information on anything like this, just post it as a quick link on the group, or message me, or email it. The email's codesoftheunknown@gmail.com or codesoftheparanormal@gmail.com, all one word. Or just private message me.
Yeah.
But without the links, I'll forget about it.
And then we won't get to see the good stuff.
I know, but it's not that, because I'm up at 6 o'clock every morning.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed normally I'm in bed at 9 o'clock at night. I only work Monday to Friday, but weekends, that's when I'm catching up, going shopping and doing everything else.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to remember what I need to do for this. And then because I'm doing the interviewing now and doing the podcast and more on the YouTube channel, everything else is just getting pushed back.
Yeah.
And it's just time consuming. Didn't realise how busy I was going to be by doing this.
There you go, you see. You'll be giving up work soon.
If only.
Yeah. So Ryan, what were you going to tell us to write down?
The guy's name.
I told Andy to write it down so you don't forget.
Oh right. I thought it was something else.
But I've got a few of his on my old hard drive, and he's seems very logical as well.
Yeah. No, But I'd really appreciate if you could just send it in a link onto the group, because then that way I get a notification and I can save it. And then I can go on the link, I can find more stuff, and then I can put more stuff back onto the group. And even link YouTube videos to it or whatever I can find, podcasts.
To be honest, stuff pops up on my YouTube and I watch it and then I couldn't tell you who it was, but it's been really interesting. So what I've started to do now is like subscribe, because otherwise I just lose everything.
Well, I'm only subscribed to about, on my old one, I was hundreds. I didn't watch
I've got hundreds on mine.
Probably subscribed to about six different ones now.
No, I've got hundreds on mine. I need to have a bit of a sort through, actually.
Yeah. A lot of them repeat the same things over and over.
Yeah, they do.
So it's like you see it on one, and then you go onto another one, and they're like, oh.
It's exactly the same story.
It's like, really?
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to avoid doing on Codes of the Unknown. Because everyone can talk about Aleister Crowley, the Loch Ness Monster, the Jersey Devil, the Bow Witch, all that kind of stuff. And you can get the literature on every single Google page, Wikipedia, whatever, and it'll just keep coming up, and you just repeating what the last person said. Yeah. This is why when we set this up, we was doing it because we was going out doing investigations. Yeah. Then we wasn't allowed out, so we couldn't do it. And I thought, right, well, when I do the podcast, I'm going to do the podcast on our own experiences and encounters and other people's, and more so people that have forgotten what happened to them.
Yeah.
And then when we done it, he remembered his sister had a video of the UFOs from the bathroom window, or the pink barbs.
The lights, yeah.
He sent me that. That's the first time anyone's ever seen it.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's not been shared with anybody. So I was pretty impressed
the stuff
with
you want.
Yeah. And that's it. I think that's what makes it work, because otherwise you are just being the same as the other person.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
It's just... it's a round robin.
Round robin, yeah.
Yeah, there's only so much you could talk about, isn't there? Let's be honest.
But if you've got...
You need to get out there on the field.
Original. Yeah. It's like I bought, over the last few months, I bought all the stuff I need to go investigating. Laser pointers, torches, walkie-talkies. I've got all the waterproof clothing, backpack, the lot. Can't go.
Tell them what pointer you originally had.
No.
Hey?
Tell them what pointer you originally brought. This will absolutely have you in bits. It was a cat one where you can change the butterfly, a star,
butterfly, and a dot.
Ant.
Hey, it was good.
I got our bottle then.
Richard, can you send me the link for Mike Spires? Can you WhatsApp it to me, please?
You know the one I got, Deb?
Hang on. I'll get my pencil back out.
I mean, you've got the same one now, haven't you, Andy?
Yeah. Rechargeable.
I got mine. I put it into the sky. I rang my mum, who lives 5 miles away. Said to my mum, I said, "Mum, can you look in the sky?" I said, "Can you see something green?" She could see me. It's just this like beam in the sky, this green beam, and she was like, "You can't have that on." She said, "You get in trouble having that, shooting it in the sky." With aeroplanes, pilots crashing and stuff. That's what I'm saying, like blinding them.
I was going to say, how strong was that laser?
Apparently, it can get like 900 something miles.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
So it certainly does.
Could be taking planes out all over Europe.
But it's got that setting on it, though, hasn't it, Andy, where you can have loads of little dots.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can have that as like what they use for like ghost hunting. So if something crosses a beam, you can see it.
Yes.
Hinkley, that's near me.
Yeah.
You're joking. You need to let us know a bit more about this.
Yeah, we need to know about that, Nelly, please.
Yeah, Nelly, can you put a link onto the group page, please?
HARPC. They have an alien in the building.
I thought that was HARP at first.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
as well, yeah.
We'll do one on that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, what do they spend our money on? The taxpayers. What do they spend the money on? What goes into secret projects that we don't know about? Let's be honest.
Well,
I don't know.
We don't know the secret.
Not filling fucking potholes in, is it?
No, this is
He
it.
ain't going to tell us. Gonna have to end this soon, guys. Didn't realise it's
Hey,
quarter
what's
to
that?
11.
Laser pens are illegal. Are they really?
Yeah. Yeah. The high
as
strength
long as
ones
you-
are, not the cat one.
Yeah.
Oh no, these are high strength.
Yeah.
But
Oh, no,
we've done it
these
when we're
are
out
proper.
investigating. The reason we've got them is we're out investigating. If we see something, we can actually pinpoint where we're seeing it, rather than
Yeah,
saying
you're not going to be shining them in the
"Line
sky,
of
are you?
six
Really?
hair." No.
And they got that setting though, Andy, for the ghosts that you were saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Max Spears too, yeah. So Richard's on about the geezers then. So I take it you, Richard, have heard of a guy called James Casbolt. Allegedly, they claim to be super soldiers.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I've heard about Super Soldier. But
I have,
don't
yeah.
know any names associated with it.
Well, you remember that film that I sent you to watch, Deb, about
That was brilliant. Yeah.
Can you? I can actually see that being sort of
Real.
yeah, how real he looked, and then all of a sudden, and then he's showing his like the cloak, and I was like, that's unreal. But he was actually a robot.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
But look human.
Beyond the Wire. Was it Beyond the Wire? Over the Wire? Something.
Over the Wire. Yeah, I think it was something like that, wasn't it? Yeah.
That is a good film.
Yeah, a new one, Netflix.
I nearly weed myself because I needed to go to the loo, and I was like, I didn't even want to pause it. I was that engrossed in it. Brilliant.
Yeah, I just put on there.
That's the same
Amazon
as
Prime.
Netflix.
No, there's a movie on Prime called Titan.
All right.
And the Marines, but they're getting them ready to go and start a base upon Saturn's moon, Titan.
Yeah.
So they're changing them into Titarians, I think they call them.
Oh, I'll have to watch this later on.
They change the DNA construction. So when they get there, because it's a different type of the air is different, it's carbon and nitrogen and all that, so that they can live there. It's a bit slow, but it's not all. What's the word? You like a lot of films that just like what's going to happen.
Yeah, predictable.
This isn't. It's a really good film.
Right.
It's just but yeah.
What year?
Last year before. Just called Titan.
The Titan.
No, Titan.
Just Titan.
Not the.
Well, there's a bloody film here. I'm searching for it now. It just come up as The Titan.
No, it's called Titan. No, there's. Try and listen, boy.
Honestly,
Pay attention. Got my pencil out now.
Yeah. He'll be getting slapped across the face next.
Yeah. Going for a beating.
Oh, yeah.
Have you found it?
No.
It's on Prime.
I've got Prime.
Right, let me.
The only things that come up is it's called The Titan. 2018. It's a sci-fi.
Don't tell me Andy's got it wrong.
As Earth becomes inhabitable, the human race must find a new home.
You're not
Would it be
listening,
tight?
Ryan.
Yeah?
You're not listening. It's called The Titan.
No, you said Titan.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
Not always, right?
Yeah, I told
But
you.
never
What to think
wrong.
about.
On. Yeah, that
That's
one.
it. Yeah. Watch
Yeah.
it. And
I'll be
I watched
watching that.
another one. Another good one I watched the other night. Howl
No, I've seen that.
on the train.
That's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Oh, yeah. So not the
Scary.
howling, not howling
Howl.
32.
Just
Just
howl.
howl.
Yeah. I saw that a few years ago. It's freaked me out.
I watched that the other night just before I went to bed. Oh yeah, because
nice.
you commented on it, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't sleep well that night.
Nice bed viewing. Bedtime viewing, should I say.
Right. Well, I'm sorry, people, but we're going to have to end it.
It's been a good night.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it.
No, sorry, thingy, but I've got to be up at like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
No excuses, Andy, mate.
Going to have my micro nanos injected into my arm.
Yeah, there you go.
The mark of the beast.
Chip. He's having his chip put in tomorrow.
The chip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Bill Gates sends his love.
Who does?
So Bill Gates sends his love.
All right. What's it? Is it not Running Man? But I don't know. And they've got the finger around the neck.
Total Recall.
If they go so far out, the red blows up.
Yeah, Total Recall.
Is it?
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Right.
The one where they're on Mars.
No.
And the heads go.
It's a game show. It's a game show.
Oh no, that's Running Man, I think then.
Yeah.
Yeah, Running Man.
So, bye, Nelly.
Night, Nelly.
Good night, everybody.
Night, bye.
Are you yawning there, Deb?
No, I was thinking about it, but I stopped myself. I haven't had a nana nap today.
I've literally before this week, I've had like a month where it's just, I've just been at home and getting used to getting up at 8 o'clock in the morning. And absolutely, I'm now, I'm a bag under my eyes. I'm like, I'm just so tired. I just want to go. I think I can have the next. I think I could just hibernate for the next
I know.
a day or two.
Yeah. Right.
Wedlock. What's Rich put?
What's
wedlock? I'm going to write that down because I'm old.
Wedlock?
He hasn't explained that, but I'll write that down.
I'm presuming it's a movie. Yeah, so thank you everyone for joining us tonight.
Yes.
Most probably not going to be doing one next Friday. I might try and get one done midweek because I'm only in work Monday, Tuesday. So I'm off Wednesday to Sunday. I might try and do.
You're not allowed, Andy. You know why you're not allowed. I know why you're not allowed.
I've been given permission off my boss that I can do one night next week. So I might do one Wednesday.
We'll look forward to that.
So I'll keep you updated. But if not, it's going to be 2 weeks, and then it's going to go back to 1 week.
And all being well, we'll be doing BBR on Tuesday.
Yeah, you're doing your BBR Tuesday. I missed it this week. Totally forgot.
No, there wasn't. One this week.
God, that's just fit the shit
No, there
out.
wasn't one last week.
Yeah, this week.
Yeah,
last week. We've had the last 2 weeks off,
right. I thought it was just last week, and then there was one this week. No. Right.
No, you haven't missed anything.
No, but thank you so much for coming on tonight. It's been
You're
a pleasure.
welcome. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, so it's been a good
Thank
change.
you for having me.
No offense to Alan or Richard or Karas or anyone else who's been on. Mick. Yeah, Mick's not been able to come on. I've not seen him on here tonight, but he messaged me. He was going to come on last week, but he messaged me saying he couldn't come on.
Right.
So I've not seen him since.
Oh, you'll catch up
Not
with him
heard
at
from
some point.
Yeah. I'll message him in the week or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's nice. And it's a nice change. So thank you, both of you.
Thank you
Yeah,
very
no
much.
worries. No worries, mate.
Ryan's
It's been a pleasure.
Not been shit-faced tonight, and he's kept sober.
And
No,
away.
mate, this is there's no difference. I've had two cans tonight, mate.
Wait
Honestly,
until
mate, I tell
you
you something, that is just something that was dead. Something was interfering.
wait until you see the YouTube podcast in 2 weeks. Then
I
you
can't
let me
wait
say,
for that.
Yeah.
He's not looking happy.
Yeah. Honestly, mate, he's a wild emotions, isn't he?
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah,
Right,
but you're easy to
so-
wind up, Ryan.
Yeah, of course he is.
It's all good. It's all
Right,
good.
so-
It's all good.
You two don't go anywhere, as you know. So I'm going to end it with everyone. So thanks again for everyone coming on and watching. We've had a good turnout tonight. And thank you, everyone, for your input and comments and just making it flow. Yeah,
Yes.
cheers. And
Thank you and
speak to
good
us
night.
soon.
Thank you, guys.